What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm Anthony Shetler, and my guest today is the legendary Nick DOMPIERRE. It was good to catch up with Nick. We've been friends for many years, and we talked about riding for real, Fibro, audio days, meeting Bam, Tony Hawk. We also talked about breaking his neck, which is gnarly. And then making the transition from pro skater to finding a new career slash passion slash something he enjoys and could apply himself to, which is lifting weights, modeling, nutrition, many things, man. It was really good to catch up with Nick. I love the kid. As always, if you'd like to support the All I Need podcast, the best way to do that would be to share this episode or any episode that you enjoy. That would be epic. And also, please check out the online All I Need skate shop if you need a new board or some apparel. Thanks for listening.
Now tuning into the All I Need podcast.
But I'm just so glad it's skateboarding. It's been the one thing that came to me at the right time. It could have been anything I imagined, but skateboarding was what it was. So I love skateboarding to death. That's right when I found skateboarding. Like my friend showed me and I was like latched onto it because it was the only thing at that time that was really fun and like my escape. And I fell in love with it, you know?
Nice. All right. I guess we're good, bud. Hell yeah, Nick. It's been a long time since you came on. Last time was like years ago, man. You were on early.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a super long time ago.
Yeah, so maybe because of that, we should, like I was just saying, start at the top. Maybe explain to people how you got into skating and where it took you from there.
Okay, so I got into skateboarding when the Livesey skate park opened up. So I would go over there and just like ride my bike and stuff. And then I saw like the whole Solstice crew, like skating and all that. And then I would go to my cousin's house and borrow his skateboard after school every day and then just go down to the skate park and skate all day long. And then when it got dark, I'd go home. And then it was just basically repeating that over and over and over. And then, yeah, I just became like super addicted to it. Like I fell in love with it. And it's like all I wanted to do. I'd be in school, like waiting for the time to go by so I can go to the skate park and skate. And then, so yeah, I just kept at it. And I actually met Anthony. I met SHETLER and started skating with him a little bit, going like street skating with like Bob Costa and everybody and like Zered and Tremblay. And so like, as I kept like progressing, getting better, you know, skating with people that were better than me, and like kept motivating me to want to get better. And then, I kept going up to Fibro with you. I mean, up to New York City to skate all like the Fibro demos and stuff. And then I was flow trash for Fibro for a while.
You actually, that phrase was coined because of you.
Yeah, I was like the OG flow trash, the originator. Because they used to like beat me up and shit and make me clean the van and sleep on the floor.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Someone's got to be that guy.
Yeah, it was super fun. And so yeah, I just kept skating and I turned amateur for Fibro and just kept going on trips, skating contests. And then Real actually reached out to me to like skate for Real, Spitfire, Thunder. But like I didn't want to leave Fibro, you know, so I skated for like Spitfire, I skated for Thunder. And then, you know, after we did talk, like, you know, after months and months went on, you said it'd be like really good for me, like a good opportunity, you know, to skate for Real because it's like, you know, really big company. And like, it's always a dream of mine to like, you know, be a pro skateboarder, you know?
Well, so what was the differences between riding for Fibro and then going to Rio? Like, what was the difference? More trips and more product?
Yeah, it was more travel. Even though I traveled a lot with Fibro, you know, it'd be like a lot around like New York City. But then like, you know, when I started skating for Rio, they started flying me to like California all the time. Then we started doing like road trips across the US and stuff. And, you know, it was super cool. And then like, I met like the whole like deluxe squad and stuff. So it was really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heavy squad, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
And for some reason, if I feel like at that time there would just be more opportunity working with Deluxe because they had so many brands and bigger budget and stuff like that to do more stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How long did you ride for real?
Um, from like 17 to maybe 27, 26.
Wow.
I forget I forget the year I think it was till like 2014 or 15. Yeah, it was like around the time when I was filming my Real Street thing and with Joey Brzezinski, and then I was just like, I just kind of wanted to just do my own thing and just not really skate for anybody, So then I just kept skating, and then from there I ended up going back to Massachusetts after filming that Real Street thing, and then it's just like skating really slowed down from there. Since I was in Massachusetts, I wasn't really like pressured to really skate, and like skating like wasn't my job, so I was kind of like trying to figure out what else to do with my life.
Yeah, totally. I was gonna say the Real Street thing, that was like an X Games online contest, right?
Yeah. So that was in 2014, and actually before that is like I broke my neck in like 2011. So then it was like from there it was like shit, like I didn't think I was ever gonna skate again, but then like I healed up, I started skating more, and then I filmed like my banging at the barracks, and then Mike Sinclair reached out to me and he's like, hey, would you like to film a Real Street? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. So then I filmed that, and that was like super fun. It was like really fun to have a project to work on. So like filmed that stuff with Brzezinski, and then when I went back home to Mass, it was like I don't really have much to do in terms of like skating. I was still skating, having fun and stuff, but like I didn't really have like anything to film for, and it wasn't like I was getting paid to skate anymore, and I was like, shit, like what am I gonna do? So it was like kind of like a career change.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, because it's one thing when you have like a team and people working on things and you all motivate and you have projects you're working on and you're all just like you have that, but then what happens when you do all that? Because you did the amateur thing, you filmed all the video parts, you're on the cover of basically all the magazines and interviews, and you exhausted what you could with who you were with, and then it's like now you just kind of feel aimless because it's like, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's super scary.
Yeah, man, totally. And it's hard to think of that because it's just like to become a pro skateboarder and to do it on the level that you did it at, you had to be singularly focused on just that thing. So
Yeah.
and I'm just like you and most of us, like skateboarding probably helped develop you to who you were at that point. So it's like to just have nothing to work on and just go,
Yeah.
what the fuck's next?
Yeah. It was kind of tough, man. It was really tough.
Let's two questions. First is, how'd you link up with Joey? How'd you meet Joey?
I met Joey through meeting Ernie Torres. So basically, when I was skating for real, I was getting like flowed from like Etnies, and then I was skating, like some America shoes. I didn't really have like a real like shoe sponsor. And so then I was going on some real trips, and then, Ernie was skating for Audio at the time. And then I met like Travis Howell and like a couple people, and Ernie like introduced me to them and hit them up and asked them if I could get some shoes. So then I started getting like some flowed shoes from Audio, and then I started going on trips. So like pretty much Ernie got me into like the Audio squad, and then from there I met like Joey, and then Nesser, Montoya, Kenny Anderson, like the whole squad, Brian Brown. Yeah, it was dope. Yeah,
it was a good crew. That was like such a cool crew, a collection of people, for a shoot.
Yeah. Salego, like, dude, we had like the best trips, man. It was super fun.
Dude, Ed Salego, so good, man.
Yeah.
And you also had a shoe with them, right?
Yeah, it was my first pro shoe.
How'd that come to be?
Shit, man, just skating, stacking clips, photos in magazines. Like it was crazy because it's like I wasn't skating to try to like make money or to get a pro shoe. Like I was just doing my thing, and Audio recognized it and like, oh, we want to pay you more. I was like, okay, all right, cool, that's awesome. So then just kept skating, doing my thing, and then they let me do like a colorway for like a shoe, like the Hamilton shoe, because that was like my favorite shoe to skate. So I did like my own colorway from there. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope, you know. And then like, oh, we want you to design your own shoe. I was like, what, really? I was like, all right, hell yeah, I'm down. So then like designed my own shoe, like a bunch of different colors, and like, yeah, it was crazy, man. Like everything just like started happening when I was just basically just doing my thing, you know.
Yeah, and at that time too, audio was everywhere, man. That must have been a trip to like.
Yeah.
Your shoes were probably carried all over the world, pretty much. Right?
Yeah, Birdman was on the team. Bam was on the team.
I was gonna say you met Bam through audio too.
Yeah. Well, I met Bam through Roger Bagley. So I went to stay with Roger in Philly once, and then we ended up going to Bam's house to like skate like his driveway, because that was around the time when Roger was filming for I forget that, was it the Unholy Union show or Jackass? Jackass. I believe it was around the time they were filming Jackass, because Roger was like doing some of the work too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he had like a key to his house, and we just went to his house and like skated the driveway and stuff. It was super dope. Like, yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what? Like, I'm at Bam's house.
Yeah, it seems like wild because Bam's still on that. Like, he just invites people out to his house. Like, a couple of, like Dickie J, our homies out there. Like,
yeah, he like lives there.
Oh, it seems like Bam just takes in characters and just like they become the House of Bam together.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I think he's got like a pretty big park going right now.
Yeah, he does. They just finished it, I believe.
That's cool. Did you get to travel with the audio of it?
Yeah, dude, I traveled so much with audio, like all across the US, going to Europe. Yeah, man, we had some of like the best trips, man. They're always just super fun because the crew is so dope, you know?
Yeah. Was it demos mostly or?
Demos, signings, skating street, stacking clips and stuff. Like, yeah, it was good times, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, well let's move forward. So kind of back to where you have to like reinvent yourself. You did the skateboard thing, you had the injury, you worked your way through the injury, and now where do you go, man? What's your thoughts? Where do you go?
Yeah, so basically after I broke my neck, that was in 2011. I was unsure if I was ever going to skate again. So like, you know, during like the physical therapy aspect of it, like I was introduced to like basically resistance training. So I kind of started, I was like, wow, this is kind of cool, you know, challenging your body to get stronger. So then I started like going to the gym, and I was like, whoa, it's like a whole new world, you know. It was like basically a skate park for me, you know, but it was like all like gym equipment. So it was like going to the skate park for the first time, you know. I was like, oh wow, this place is badass, you know. So like there's so many like just weights, equipment, all this stuff, and there's so much to learn. So then I got like super interested in like training and how to make yourself grow, how to get strong. And so I was doing that, and then like I was starting to feel better with like, you know, skating. I was pushing around a little bit, but like my whole neck and my whole back and everything was like super stiff and tight, because like for so long I couldn't turn my neck. I would kind of have to like do this, you know what I mean, to talk to somebody. So it was like pretty gnarly. I try to like sneeze, and like my body would just like stop me, because like it couldn't take the trauma. I'd go to sneeze, and it would just like, you know, when you block your nose and you can't sneeze, like when you kind of hold it, like I would go to sneeze, but I was trying to let it out, but like it just wouldn't even happen. It was crazy. So
yeah, like not being able to turn your head just in normal life sucks, but then trying to skate like that, it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, I couldn't, you know. I was so scared, because like I thought like it was gonna break, because everything was so tight, you know. So like after like months and months and months, I finally like things started to loosen up a bit, and you know, I started skating more, and then I went out to Cali and stayed with like Roger for a bit, and then that's when I filmed my banging at the barracks. So if you go to see that, I was like pretty heavy, you know. I got like I was bigger, but I was like kind of like fatter too, because I was like it was kind of around like when I after breaking my neck, so I was like, all right, whatever, you know. So
pudgy Nick.
Yeah, I was thick, bro. If you go check out the banging, like everything about me is just like thick. So yeah, after that I filmed the banging, and then that's when Sinclair asked me to do the Real Street thing. And so around the time where I was filming for the Real Street thing, I was like, I want to get my personal trainer certificate. You know, I just want to have that, you know. So then I, like, during that time I was filming the Real Street, I was studying for my personal training certificate. So I was doing all the courses and stuff online. And so then I ended up getting like my personal training certificate because I was like, oh, cool, this is like, I have an option, you know. So then like I started doing like some online coaching. I was coaching people through the internet, you know, like giving them workout plans, like handling their nutrition to help them change their body in whatever way that they wanted. So I was like, oh, cool, you know, I'll start doing this. And so
Sorry, I just got a question about that. So you'd have to like video with the person, or they send you photos and stuff with questions and.
yeah, so I do, I'll have like mandatory weekly check-ins. So that way, like they'll send me progress photos, see how they're doing. And I give them like a whole spreadsheet to use during the week. So that way, like when it's time for them to check in, I can review the whole spreadsheet, see if they were staying consistent, see where their body weight went, see how they're feeling, how's their sleep, how's their recovery. And then I'll assess their photos. And then based upon like the data that I have, I'll make adjustments accordingly to whatever their goal is, whether it be fat loss or whether it be to, you know, build muscle, get stronger. So I started doing that for a while. Well, I'm still doing that currently. But after the Real Street thing, that's when I went back to New Bedford, and then like I was just kind of skating around for fun. And, you know, I was kind of doing more online coaching than like, you know, filming skateboarding. You know, there was no more money to be made through skateboarding because I didn't have like sponsors, and I was just like, all right, cool. I was just trying to really accept it, but it was very hard. You know, I'm like, oh no, wait, I can still skate, you know. But it was just like I didn't have like the sponsors hitting me up for like, oh, you have any footage or anything, you know. It was just like it was just me, like, you know, skating again for fun.
Yeah.
So,
plus you got into skating young, and like everyone knew you as that dude. Like you were like famous in this area, like just as a like a local legend, you know. Like this kid's great at skateboarding. He did this. He's skating with Tony. Bam! Like it's your whole thing. So like, yeah, that's got to be hard right there.
yeah, it was crazy. It was super hard to just kind of like let it go and just let it be. It is what it is, you know. So I was still skating, but then I was like doing a lot more training, focusing more on the gym and stuff. And then from there,
what do you like? Is it the fact that you can work out? Do you get that same like adrenaline pump? Like, is there any similarities to like why you like training in skating?
yeah, I mean, there is. It's like, you know, like with both training and skateboarding, there's always progression. You can always get better. You know, you can learn new tricks, or you can, you know, say like get stronger at a lift and add like say 5 pounds to it. You know, it's like, say it's like a personal record you wanted to hit, and then you end up hitting that record, and it's like it gives you that hype, and like you're just like, hell yeah, you're stoked. But like there's nothing like rolling away from a trick that you've been battling. You know what I mean? There's no feeling that can really like take that, you know, like when you're battling a trick and you just roll away and you got it on film and you're just like, you're just so hyped, you know?
Yeah, it's just like you aligned all the stars, you got your courage lined up, and just like there it is, you know?
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, I mean, I just have a very addictive personality. So when I got into the gym, it's like I go full bore, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I want to be the best that I could possibly be. Like pretty much anything I do, like I want to be as great as I can, you know, as best as I could possibly be. You know, it was like with skateboarding, it's like I wasn't trying to be better than anybody. I was just trying to be as good as I can and see how far I could push myself. You know, it was just like I would look at gaps and like, all right, this is pretty cool. Like I couldn't really get super tech, but I could go a lot faster and like a little bit further. You know, that type of shit was easier for me. You know what I mean? So like that's how I like to skate. I like to skate big ass shit because I can do kind of like basic tricks opposed to like, you know what I mean? Like people doing like nollie flip crooks down like this crazy shit. I can't do that. You know, I mean,
like
I've done,
Joey Brzezinski type skating.
yeah. I mean, I've done like some nollie heel flip crooks on some stuff, but like you know, like these dudes get like switch kickflip back tails down like hubbas and shit. Like I can't do that, bro. Like
Insane.
you know what I mean? So like I would just try to skate like bigger things, and like that type of stuff was like super fun for me.
You could tell though, like from an outside perspective, that you like gave it your all, and you really you were someone who was trying to be the best you could be. You know, you weren't just like relying on your personality or whatever. You were like letting your skating speak for yourself, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
Because
appreciate that.
hell yeah, like like I still think about it. Like I still want to skate. I would love to like film another part. It's something I really want to do, but it's like I'm so busy with like my YouTube stuff, my training nutrition stuff, modeling. It's like I can't just like not do that for like say a couple months and just skate, you know, because it's like I have to do that. But like I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I'm like, dude, I would love to be able to like just put in time and like skate every day, take time off of the gym, so that way like my legs are fresh, my central nervous system's fully recovered, and I can just skate. You know what I mean? So like we'll kind of see what happens. Maybe I can just find some time to do it, but like it's something I've really been wanting to do.
Um, so did you have any weirdness with like, because you said modeling and lifting weights and stuff like that. So, and you know how skateboarding is or how it was like, it's a weird transition to like,
Oh, big time.
yeah, like,
A lot of people like, you know, I got some hate when I first posted like my first selfie, like just kind of like in the mirror, like showing like my progress, like my abs and stuff, and like, you know, skaters look at that shit and like, oh, that shit's whack, like, you know what I mean? Like some of them just don't understand, you know, and it's like, dude, listen, like I've accomplished a lot with my body. I'm proud of it. I'm just like showing my progress pictures, and I'm just maybe trying to motivate some people, you know, to maybe like start working out a little bit, eat a little bit better. You know, I'm not trying to like show off and be like, "Hey, look at this." You know what I mean? I'm just showing like my progress because I'm proud. You know, so like with skateboarding, it's like a lot of skaters are just like skateboarding only. But like they'll come to find out later on in life, like I had to, that there's more to life than just skateboarding, because when skateboarding say over, or like say like something happens where you blow out your freaking knee, or whatever, and it's like, shit, I can't really skate anymore. It's like, now what? You know what I mean? So it's like you got to kind of like be open-minded and just understand that there's more to life than just skateboarding. Of course, skateboarding will always be there, and I will forever skate. But like it basically, like breaking my neck basically forced me to open my eyes and like try out other avenues in life, you know,
yeah,
which led me to do the training and nutrition stuff, YouTube stuff, modeling, you know, and now it's like I do it all. Like I still skate, but it's not like my job like it was, you know?
yeah, and your sole identity is not just skating. It's not just like that's
Yeah,
all it is, you know? It makes
absolutely.
sense, man. I think what it is maybe skating is inherently like a younger person thing, you know, like young people get psyched on skating and maybe they're insecure and like it's easy to make fun of stuff too, which is always fun, you know. And then
Yeah, yeah,
and like I said, you have to kind of focus on skating because you can get hurt if you're half-assing it. So a lot of skaters are fully focused on just skating. So
yeah,
anything outside that world is like strange and
for
weird, you know.
sure. Yeah,
But yeah, you definitely, I agree full hearted, man. Like even if you kept your career going, like at some point you're gonna hit an age where you're just like, I gotta do something, you know. Like Tony Hawk might be the only dude, you know, who's lucky enough
yeah,
to
yeah.
keep going.
Hell yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's dive into that world of like maybe a first modeling job and where's like what have you done with that?
So for modeling, like that, it basically happened from like people just telling me like, oh, dude, you should do like some modeling. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? And then I was just like, after so much time of people like, yeah, you should try. I'm like, all right, you know what do I get to lose? So I ended up submitting my photos to this agency in Boston, which they're like the best agency in Boston. And so I went up there, gave them my photos and like my application. I'm like, okay, come back in an hour. You'll have a meeting with Casey. So I came back in an hour, had the meeting with the guy who runs it, the boss, and he's like, all right, so why do you want to get into modeling? I was like, seriously, a lot of people told me like you could be a model, you should be a model, and I have a lot of experience around like cameras. You know, I've been a pro skateboarder pretty much my whole life, you know, or a skateboarder around like photography equipment, video cameras, you know, so I'm very comfortable around cameras. So I was like, you know, I just want to give it a try. And he's like, all right, cool. You know, like you have a great look. We'd love to work with you. I was like, all right, awesome, cool. So I
Okay.
got in. Yeah, yeah. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. So that got me like super like hyped. And then I got like my first modeling job. It was with what's the name of the company? They make like all kinds of stuff like safety glasses for like uh, job sites, generators. I forget the
I
actual name.
I saw like Brookstone. Was that one?
That was one of them. Yeah, I did one for Brookstone, which was really cool to like go in a store and then like to see my face on a box of like a massage thing, and then people like tagging me on like Instagram and putting it on the story like around the world. I'm like, dude, that's crazy, you know. So it was really awesome. Um, yeah, I've done like a bunch of different model shoots, but and it's really cool. It's really easy. It's basically like hurry up and wait. You know, you're kind of sitting around a lot, and then they're just kind of setting up the different scene or whatever. Then you get on set. You're there modeling for like maybe 20 minutes. All right, next one. So it's like a lot of downtime, which you know I just bring like my laptop and stuff. I just work in between, so it's like I'm able to get a lot of work done while I'm working. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it sounds way easier than trying to film a fucking banger.
Dude, for real. You don't get hurt. You just kind of sit there. If they need to do your makeup, they come up. If you're sweating a little bit, they come up. They're like, you know, you just stand there. Like it's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If so if you could have one modeling job out there, like what's the dream job for modeling? Like what's the top of the mountain you could imagine that you'd be super stoked if that just happened?
Yeah. I really don't know. I never really thought about like having like the best model job, but I've really thought about like I'd really like to get into acting. I think that could be really cool. Like maybe like getting to like some movie stuff. Like I haven't like dipped my toes in that type of stuff yet, but it's like I know I can do anything as long as I try. And if I meet the right people and I can get into like some acting, I think I could go pretty far with that. So
Do,
that's definitely a goal of mine.
do you think like doing the YouTube stuff kind of helped or is helping with that, or like a starting of that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like when I first started YouTube, I was like super shy. I could barely like talk to the camera. I'd be like pretty nervous in public because people were watching me, and I just kind of like be a little quiet, pretty monotone, you know. But now it's like I'm so comfortable. I've been doing it for so long that like it doesn't phase me, and it's actually helped me open up a lot more and like just kind of like add more character to myself. You know what I mean? So it's been pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rad, man. I remember watching from the beginning when you started with social media and stuff, and totally you started off timid and quiet and monotone, but then you could see as you got confident and you just like start to come into your own, and like because I hung out with you a bunch without all the cameras and like just as friends, and I knew you had a funny personality, little
Yeah.
starter, bro. Like I knew you were like,
Yeah.
but it's cool to see you get comfortable with it. It's a hard thing to do. Like people are struggling with like trying to use social media and these platforms to like create like a job or something, a passion project, but you kind of have to, it forces you to develop your character and your ability to speak and how to like,
Yeah.
it's like a mirror because you're recording and people are seeing it and you're getting feedback in real time half the time. So it's like skating. It's like you start off not so good, but if you apply yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, when I started YouTube, it was like never to like make money or anything. Like I was making like 3 videos a week just because I like simply liked it. You know, it was around the time when I got my personal training certificate, and I was like, dude, I was watching a lot of YouTube at the time, so I was watching people like do like day in the lives of like them going to the gym, working out, doing like their exercises, and then going home and then showing the meals that they make and just kind of like what they eat and like tracking macros and all that. And I was like, dude, I want to do that. So then I like, I started with my cell phone. So then like went to the gym, was filming stuff, and then like filming like just my full entire day. And I was like, yes, all right. I go home and like upload the footage, start editing. And I was like, dude, I was making like 3 videos a week just because I was like, I got addicted to it, like
Yeah.
same thing with like the training, like when I start something, I'm like, dude, I just want to do it. So it was really cool. And like, I just been consistent, since like 2015. And now it's like, I'm almost at like 160,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, epic, dude.
Yeah, and my support system is amazing. Like, dude, I have like seriously like I have the best audience, which is like really cool. Everybody's super supportive. Every time I release a video, they're super stoked. Everybody's commenting and just they show mad love, and so like I stay consistent. I make good content, and I'm super thankful for that.
Yeah. I agree. Like creating content, putting it online, and having like a good support of people, it helps you like it helps you stay grateful because you're just like the feedback and just people's positive. Like it's unbelievable how many epic people are out there, and it's like
Yeah.
you just pay attention and like it's just reciprocal. You know, you like help each
Yeah.
other because there's like I digest content as much as I create it. You know, and we need to do both. You know, and it helps. The feedback helps. You know.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to like when you first started working out, like do you think so you got injured and then you started like rehabbing and going to the gym because of that, and then like what made you think that you could like build your body up, like because you were pretty big always. I mean, you were a little dude at first, but then when you like hit puberty you got pretty big.
Yeah.
Did you feel like this was something you were going to be able to do, that your body was meant for it? Because some people probably could work out as much as you and it wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, well, it's just you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You have to feed your body, because if you aren't feeding your body, it's not going to be able to grow. You know what I mean? So you got to be eating plenty of protein, plenty of carbohydrates to support your training, give you the fuel, and enough fat for like hormonal balance. So overall total calories is most important, but dialing in your macronutrients, which is like protein, carbs, fat, that's when you can really like dial it in and like progress with your strength, recovery, all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like I took weightlifting in high school as like just a class. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll take this. I don't have to read or write shit, so like I took that as a class, and like I would just, do some exercise or whatever. Didn't really take it that serious, but obviously I was in there as like pushing myself because I wanted to like be strong, but like skateboarding was my thing. After school I'd skate. Like there was no thought of the gym or anything. The only time I thought about the gym is like when I was like, all right, I have to go to gym for the next class, But yeah, other than that, it was like, yeah, like after breaking my neck and like doing the physical therapy and all that, and like I couldn't skate, so I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? So I was like, oh, I kind of like this like resistance training stuff. So I started going to the gym, going to like Workout World and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just work out and see what happens. So then I just stayed consistent, and then I started feeling better, and then started skating, and then that led to like getting my personal training certificate, and now it's like I have clients all around the world that I coach. So
that's rad.
Yeah.
It makes sense you got into working out though, because like half the thing about skating that we like is that it's a physical thing, and you use your body and you sweat and your heart, and it gets you like you feel alive when you do some sort of workout.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it makes sense that you'd go into something physical.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. So the YouTube's been good, and then doing the coaching right now and modeling when you can and stuff. That's good. And you're down in Florida?
Yeah, Sarasota.
Why down there? Why are you located there?
Well, I came down here at the beginning of 2018 because
I like to smoke weed.
Hell yeah. I came down at the beginning of 2018 to visit some family, and it was like wintertime then, and I had just left California, and I came here, and I was supposed to go back to Mass, but it was like snowing, super cold. I'm like, dude, I'm like, screw that shit. Like, I'm just gonna stay. So I ended up staying, bro, from like February of 2018 till like now. So like I got a car down here. I got like a Hyundai Elantra, like a 2013, super good on gas. I like it. I travel a lot too. I go down to Miami a lot. I go up to Tampa. So yeah, this is basically home base. And I just went up to Massachusetts the beginning of August for like the Portuguese feast, visit friends, family, and I might come up at the end of September too. So yeah, I like it. It's chill. It's warm weather year round. It does rain a lot in the summertime, and it's kind of hot, but I'll take it over the snow any day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you said end of September. We're gonna do a fall brawl at Skater's Edge, like October, early, like first weekend, I think the 5th or something like that. So if you're around, you have to come hang out, make it.
Yeah, that'll be dope. It'll make me skate.
Yeah. Do you have a skate park near you?
Yeah, there is the Bradenton skate park, which is okay. Like I usually post like clips from there. Like the most recent stuff that I skated is like skating there, and then there's also the St. Pete skate park. That's really dope. They just opened that place up. It's like a dope poured concrete, like, and it has like some big stuff too. So I really like it. And then skate park at Tampa is like right in Tampa too.
Hell yeah. St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
I want to say we stopped at that park, but I'll have to see some footage to like know for sure.
Yeah, I skated there with Steve R. A few months ago.
Hell yeah. What was
Yeah,
he doing?
he was doing like a little trip,
Sick.
so it was dope. Yeah, we had dinner and stuff. Like it was dope catching up.
Yeah, Steve's the man, and he's always doing something, man.
Dude, yeah, like he's still like the same Steve that I met like, bro, like 20 years ago.
It's insane, dude. I ran into him recently too at like Far Rockaway skate park outside the city, and I just went there randomly with my homies, and he was just there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I felt like I was back on the team, dude. I was
For
floating
real,
around.
bro. Yeah, I love Steve, man. He's such a great dude.
I know, he's such a legend, dude. Yeah, so all right, let's see. Back to skating. Let's go back to skating a little bit. Who is working at Deluxe like behind the scenes when you were there? I know it was Matt Newton, right?
Matt Newton, yeah, he's like the original dude that got me set up with like Spitfire and Thunder.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually what I wanted to ask you too, was like when you started riding for real and all that stuff, like how'd you make a living?
For them, like I was still in like high school, so like I was still living with like my mom and stuff. But then after high school was when I was like able to travel more, and I still wasn't really like making any money or anything. I was like on flow. But then if like I would get like a photo in a magazine, I would get like some photo incentive, so I'd get like maybe like $250 or something, and like $250 to like a 17-year-old kid is hell yeah, you know what I mean? It's like nowadays it's like you can't. I mean, you can buy some food and shit, but like bills are so expensive, you know.
It was so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I just kept skating, and like as I got better, it's just like they just kept paying me more. You know, it wasn't like I was asking for like a raise or anything. It was just like I did my job, I guess. You know, like, and now that I think about it, like I think back now, you know, now that I'm older and I realize marketing and all that shit, like, you know, back then it was like I was basically doing marketing for them. I was wearing their product, skating good at the demos and stuff, and you know, people saw that, and it's like now it like makes sense to me where it's like, okay, like this is why they sponsor you. You know what I mean? To wear their stuff and like have their logo on you for people to see. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, if I knew what I know now, like back then, with like marketing and shit, like, dude, I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like you just know how to market yourself as you like get older.
Yeah, definitely.
Or
That's something that,
you understand it a lot more. When you're a kid, you're just like, hey, let's skateboard, you know?
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You're just stoked to be there at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're not thinking about like a job. You're just like, I'm here. I don't even know why, but let's go.
Yeah. They
Frank
want me
Gerber is
here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing though.
Yeah.
What do you think how do you think about skateboarding nowadays now that you're outside of it and like looking in at the whole industry and like what do you
It's
think
definitely changed a lot.
Yeah, right?
It's
It has.
changed a real lot. Like it was a while, like when I was just basically doing the fitness stuff around like 2016, 2017. I was skating a little bit, but like I wasn't paying attention to skateboarding whatsoever, you know. And then like, you know, I started skating more in like 2018 and like this year, and then like started watching like more skateboarding, and it just seems really different from, you know, back when I was skating. You know, there wasn't even like Instagram back then. You know, it was all about like skate mags and skate videos. That's how you heard about people. You know, it wasn't like just overnight this kid became famous because he's nasty at skateboarding on Instagram and someone shared his post, and then it's just like, you know, it's crazy now, and everybody is so good. Like everybody is so advanced to where it's like, dude, like I don't even get it. You know, like I don't understand. It's crazy, bro.
I know. It's wild,
Well,
dude.
back when I was like on my shit, you know, skating like 2005, 2006, that's when like I was like on point, you know what I mean? And like the stuff that I was doing, like, yeah, it was like pretty gnarly. It was like down big gaps and big stuff, but they were kind of like basic tricks, you know? Now it's like dudes are doing like switch big spin heel flips down like the shit I was jumping like down, doing like a kick flip or something, or a backside flip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, what the whole bar has just been raised.
Yeah, I think it's just because like people progressively, like as skating sinks into culture, it's like people get it earlier and earlier. So then they just built the muscle memory, and they like, and it's weird too because like I feel like nowadays it's not about so gnarliness anymore. Like people I always worry about video parts too, like, but full videos still keep coming out, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like weird with all the phone. It's just like everything. You could just have a video part whenever, really, if you just got someone you will film you with your phone, you know. Like for us, dude, we had to get Bob out in the fucking woods, dude. Bob, it's almost snowing out. Let's go fucking skate behind Shaw's or something.
That shit was so fun, bro. Firing up the generator, like, dude.
Dude, I was just talking to someone the other day. I was like, I haven't filmed with a generator in years, dude. I wish that was like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. Remember going up to New Hampshire, meeting up with Trembley and shit?
Yeah.
Like 5 a.m. We're skating like those rails.
Yeah, outside. Yeah, just lighting them up. Those rails were insane, dude. That's the best feeling. You're just like out there and no one's out there. It's quiet. Like it's lit up. It's like time to skate this thing. That's the best feeling, dude.
Yeah, dude. Shit, man. I wish I could go back.
Yeah, man. I've been skating a bunch. Like I've been out. I haven't been skating as much as I used to, but I'm still like going out skating. I went out with Westgate the other day and got a clip, which I was really stoked on. I've been filming a lot more because I always go like with all these epic skaters, like wherever we go, that parks are just full of like people that kill it nowadays, like you were saying. That I'm just like, I feel obligated almost to film over skate, you know, like sometimes I try to do like 50-50 or like, cause I get antsy, you know, but like, it's hard sometimes. I go and I'm like, I almost just want to watch this more than I want to actually skate, you know?
Yeah.
Just strange.
Yeah. Now, like every time I go skate, I'm like, I want to skate, but like, I want to film a clip. Like I want to film something so I could just like post on Instagram, but I always go skating by myself. So I always have to like set my phone up with like tripod, and it's such a pain in the ass to try to film yourself, you know?
Yeah, totally. I think that's why people like me, because I'll just film for them. I'll send them their clips, and I'm like a film bot, because I'm just like, like you guys are killing it. Like, let me just turn the camera on you, you know?
Yeah. Well, shit, man. When I go up there in like the end of September, I'll see how long I'm gonna be there. But it'd be dope to like link up and skate and like kick it.
Let's skate for sure.
Man.
We'll film some clips too. I'll get a clip. You'll get a. We'll trade off or something like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That would be sick. We'll do a little edge edit or something.
Yeah.
I've been skating a lot more like with young kids too, because I've been doing skate lessons on like the weekends.
Yeah.
So like they just forced me to skate like low impact fun stuff.
Yeah,
and
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like helping so much with just like helping me feel healthy, because it's like I'm skating, but I'm not destroying my body. You know how it is. Like
just slamming. You're just like,
you get to a certain level on your board, it's almost like you forget to warm up and you just jump into it, you know? And it's like there's damage that way, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the kids got me like skating the 4-foot quarter pipe for like an hour and a half, and I'm just like, I feel like good. It's low impact. I was skating. I feel sharp, and then I go film a clip and ruin all the progress. I'm like, just tear all my muscles, slam. I'm beat up for a week. I'm like, oh.
Those hippers, all that shit.
I feel like every bit of 36. I'm like Grand Shetler out in the streets. I got a clip the other day that I was so stoked on, like, and it's because I was skating with Brandon, and he's like golden child, you know? He's just like forever young. Westgate, forever young.
Yeah, dude. I'm so stoked
good
for him, man. He's killing it.
Yeah, man. You hear a funny story about him? Is we were out skating, we went to this spot in Boston, and it was a New Balance like store, and they had like a building too, like some big, it looked like a headquarters or maybe a stadium or something that they branded. And there's a skate spot out there, and skating with Westgate, and I'm like, dude, you have to film a line here. He's like, what if they kick you out? I'm like, dude, you're working. Like, just tell them. Like, they know, they gotta know. You know, I'm like, you're not getting kicked out, dude. It's a perfect street spot at a New Balance thing. You gotta do this. Like,
hell yeah.
And then so he's filming this line, and he's getting this crazy line, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go in and see if they got a shoe. And I go in, and like, the place is pretty big, and they got like 5 people. I walk by like 5 different people that work there, and they're just like, can I help you? I'm like, I'm just browsing. And then one lady finally like cornered me and was like, we got skate shoes. And like, she showed me, she's like, we got the Westgate and the Foy, you know? And she like brought me over, and I was like, yeah, he's outside right now skating. I'm like, yeah, this is a shoe. Like,
that's so dope.
They didn't kick us out either. They're like cool about it. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, it was sick, man. I was like, that was a strange day, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've been skating a bunch though, for sure. We just did Rob Stock too. Low Cards Rob Stock. You ever heard of that?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, we just did that. We all just piled out there, drove like 5.5 hours, and camped in Maine, and they got this crazy mini ramp. And after dark, it turns into like drunken backyard wrestling with like the Maine locals and shit. And I dropped an edit today of like the skating during the day, and then I'm gonna upload the second part, which is like it's like a half an hour of people just saying "fuck that chair" and like jumping off mini ramps, like so many random slams of drunk people like just walking and just eating shit on a mini ramp, and like it's the most intense, awesome thing ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just like camped out, and it's like Rob, who owns Low Card, his family has like property up there with a house, and it's like decaying into the swamps of Maine, and they just built ramps up to his house, and like there's a mini ramp, and he just invites like 200 people basically, and they just all go out, and we just like camp for a day or two, and just there's cliff jumping, and there's like gnarly skateboarders that come and destroy this ramp. Like it's so crazy.
They've been doing that for years, right?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it like back in the day, like Rob Stock.
Yeah.
But I never went.
If you're into camping, you should try to go, because it's like out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, this year was exceptionally fun for some reason. We just had a big crew, and then like everybody had the spirit and knew what they were getting into, so we just made it work, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Did you think of what your dream modeling job would be? Like, aim big, dude. I'm saying, like, I want to try to manifest something epic here. Like, for me, it'd be like
maybe modeling for like Calvin Klein underwear or something, or like Diesel, something dope like that. You know what I mean?
That'd be pretty heavy.
Yeah. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool. And then acting too, man. That seems like a cool thing, man. It seems like that's a real test of your like how comfortable you are, and if you
Absolutely.
like, yeah, that one seems gnarly to do. I've thought of that before. There's some people that can just do it pretty well, you know?
Yeah.
Seems fun, man.
For sure. It's just kind of meeting the right people and timing, you know?
You could definitely be a skateboarder in a movie, no problem.
Yeah, right.
You fucking nailed that already, dude. And you could be a weightlifter. You could be like in a like an Arnold Schwarzenegger cover. Like you could be Arnold. See, that's what I'm saying. That's dream shit, bro.
Bro, that's the goal right there. I've seen Arnold before in person.
What, you met him?
I didn't like personally meet him, but I saw him in person.
Wow, it's like seeing a unicorn.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. I was like, what the? No way.
He's like, get out of the way.
Yeah, he's such a legend, bro.
Oh, wait, hold on, Nick. Check it. It's just like.
Yeah. That's so
Yeah, classic, dude. Classic. Okay. This is completely random, but do you have like a set schedule for your videos on YouTube? Like, how often do you put them out?
Yeah, I do 2 per week. I was doing like every Wednesday I'd release like a cheat day video, and then every Saturday I'd do like a training or nutrition one, like my workouts and like basically like normal days of eating. But now it's like I just do 2 per week. When they come out, they come out, you know?
Yeah.
Opposed to like just kind of having like a deadline where it's like, oh shit, I need a video for this day, like, and like having to rush, say it, and edit faster, you know? It's like I'd rather just take my time, make it good, and when it comes out, it comes out. But like it's usually always 2 videos per week.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice, because like I've watched tons of videos, and I've watched a lot of the ones on YouTube too, and a lot of them like they say shit like that, like try to do this, that, and it's kind of misleading or whatever. I feel like with YouTube or whatever with content, it's like got to be natural. You got to figure it out. Like you got to get into it, figure out what you're doing, see how much time you can allot to it, and make it good. And like it's like something you adjust and tweak. So you seem to have like a comfortable balance with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's your time, and if you OD on that, it's just like it's not good for you either.
Dude,
you know?
I spend so much time editing, it's insane.
Yeah,
you know, the cheat day videos take a long time. Like can be anywhere from like 7 to 10 hours, for one of the videos. But it's like, I don't like people to get bored. So it's like I'll try to make it as interesting as possible. Like if I'm talking, but then like if I'm going to like eat and I'm sitting there chewing food, I'll bring the music up and like maybe speed it up. So it's like there's always something going on. So it's not just like you're just getting bored.
Yeah, there's no drag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. It seems like a personal, like you just kind of figure it out. You get in there and your channel forms over time. A lot of people always giving out advice as like how to become an YouTube influencer or whatever. And it's like, yeah, the tips kind of help, but you're still going to have to figure out what works for you. And like what works for one won't necessarily work for the next,
Absolutely. And you got to see what your audience responds to. You know what I mean? So it's like I started doing like cheat day videos and like, dude, it was insane. Like people were just like, please make more. Like, so I started doing one every single week since 2018. And it's like, bro, it's been helping my channel grow a lot. It's been bringing in like more subscribers, and it's also been like helping a lot of people. Like I get messages daily about how like my videos have changed their life and like how they have a better relationship with food and like they can really enjoy themselves instead of like looking at like say like sweets or something as like the enemy and they really have to stay away. It's like I just show people how to have a good balance. You can enjoy yourself, but it's like every day isn't a cheat day. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, how do you stay in shape? You know what I mean? With eating all this food, it's like, I don't do this every day. You know what I mean? It's like, I want you to go out and try and have a day where you just kind of enjoy yourself and then go back to normal the next 6 days out of the week. You'll see that like your body just kind of balances itself out as long as like you're not eating like trash every single day. You know what I mean? So it comes down to.
Yeah. So donut every day is not good.
I mean, one donut's all right. You know what I mean? But like if you're eating like 5 or 6 and you're just like, oh, whatever, Nick does it. But it's like I don't do it every day, On the cheat.
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, dude, at one point I was having like a Dunkin' Donut every day with like a coffee, like before I went to go work out. You know what I mean? I just kind of use it as like fuel, and then the rest of my food throughout the day would be like healthy food. You know what I mean? Like fruits, vegetables, quality meat, protein. So yeah, I mean like one donut a day isn't gonna hurt you as long as like you're actually using your body. You do some type of activity. You know what I mean? Do some exercise, weight train, skateboard. You know what I mean? You can get away with it. But if you're somebody who just kind of sits around, does nothing all day, like it's like your body was meant to be used. You know what I mean? It's like people really age. If you think about like old people, you know what I mean? Like when they retire and then they just sit down in the house and watch TV all day, they age so fast. Like if they would just get up, go for walks, maybe do a little bit of resistance training, some cardio exercise. Like, dude, it really helps you stay young. It's crazy.
Yeah. I always think of it as like we're meat sacks and there's like energy moving through the meat sack that's animating it. You gotta use it. If you don't, it's just like a waste.
Yeah.
And if you're just eating shitty, then you're just like your energy's not flowing and you're not animated.
Yeah.
And it stores in your body. Like if we don't do physical things, it's just like that energy stores in your body till you're like stiff and you hold it and you're like, it's crazy. Exercise helps a lot, man.
Absolutely, man. It makes you feel good too,
I've been swimming a lot. That's been really good.
Yeah, swimming's great.
Just like on the joints, low impact. Like it helps me have body awareness because I'm in the water. So you just, for whatever reason, you can like less gravity. So you can feel everything a little more and stretch everything out. And like,
yeah,
it feels like it helps speed up recovery because I'm like, you're stiff and you go in the pool and then I can stretch way easier because getting that
circulation in there.
Yeah, that's a big one too, man. It's funny, when I was growing up, my mom always would complain about arthritis and she'd have pain. And like, I've always like, I could never tell if she was like, it was for real or not, like, and I'm sure it was, because she didn't move that much. She wasn't very active. So like probably arthritis probably hurts way more if you're not like trying to move around. And
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's why I'm constantly moving. I'm always stretching, always doing something because I just like think of my mom with her arthritis, and I'm like, I'm probably prone to it. And like, if I stop moving, I'm just gonna become like crusty and arthritic,
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. But swimming's been helping a lot with that.
That's
like,
great, bro.
Yeah. How's your brother doing?
He's good, man. He just had a baby, so I'm an uncle now. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Jordan.
named his baby Indy Low.
You're joking. You're joking.
So I swear to God,
That's so good.
Indy Low Dompierre.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, she's so adorable, bro. Oh my God,
I bet, dude.
it's
Jordan's
crazy.
a good-looking kid, bro, and you're a model, so that's saying a lot. Guys are beautiful, except your sexiness. I always say that to like the young dudes I'm hanging out with. I'm like, dude, you're beautiful. Just embrace it, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had my homie, who was it? I was skating with a little dude. I want to say it was Talon or someone. He's just this little guy who's like, he must be like 9 years old, and he took his shirt off because it was so hot at the skate park, and he's like, can I take my shirt off? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm wicked skinny. I'm like, who cares, dude? That's what he said. He goes, I'm wicked skinny. I'm like, dude.
Nobody cares.
And then he took it off and he was skating around and he like forgot he had it off. He wasn't self-conscious. And I was like, we walked by some girls. I'm like, watch out, muscles coming through, muscles.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was fucking killing it the rest of the day.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. I'm hyped that you're doing the YouTube stuff, man. That's cool that it's impacted people's lives, and it's rad you get to connect with people over something healthy, man. And I'm really stoked that you worked really hard and you made it so far in skateboarding, and then you had the bump in the road and in life, and just like, I'm sure there was more than one, but you had a major one, and then you had a chance to redefine yourself and keep growing. And it's cool to see you do that. Since I've known you since you're so little, dude, it's just like you meet people in life and you don't never know where they're gonna go, and it's amazing to see you like live up to the hype, you know? Like everyone's always like, Nick Dompierre, like he's so gnarly on a skateboard. Like everybody, all the feedback I ever get is like, yo, that guy is so good, you know? And it's good to know that like the same characteristics you have translate to more things besides just skateboarding, you know?
Yeah.
That you were able to realize that and apply yourself to other things, you know? Like it's good to see your character grow.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
No worries. If people want to check out your stuff, man, just direct them wherever so they can do that. And I'll put links too, but please let them know.
Yeah, so I mean, you can follow me on Instagram at Nick Dompierre. Twitter's the same thing. I don't really use Twitter too much. YouTube is Nick Dompierre. My website is www.nickdompierre.com. And yeah, I'm pretty active on Instagram, so I try to like keep up with all my DMs and everything and try to respond to everybody, comments and everything. It's a lot of work, but I get it done, and I appreciate, everybody's support.
Hell yeah, Nick. Thanks for coming on the show again.
Definitely, man. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll try to link up at the end of the month of September.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you're in town, even if like it's only like an hour, I'll try to get out of my way to come see you too. So
yeah, man, that'd be great.
hell yeah, Nick. Thanks.
All right, brother. Later, man.